Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast with Dan Casper.
I'm going to do a little local sports roundup, filling in for our guy, Justice Cleveland, WEAU 13 News. We'll start it off with girls state basketball that wrapped up over this weekend. I know some of our immediate local teams falling in their first in the opening rounds of the state tournament, which include Rice Lake and Elk Mound and such, but still want to give a shout out to those teams for advancing over to Green Bay for the state tournament and such. But your winners for girls states, you had Kimberly taking down Muskego in Division I. In Division II, where we saw Rice Lake falling to Edgewood on Friday, but it was Wauwatosa East taking down Edgewood for the championship. In Division III, we know Elk Mound fell to Xavier on Thursday, and it was Oostburg taking down Xavier in the championship. Division IV, Cuba City is your champion. Durant, Arkansas fell to St. Mary's Catholic on Thursday, but it was Cuba City picking up another state championship for them on Saturday. Division V, Assumption took down Owen Withee on Friday, and it was Assumption who is your Division V state champions. So that's your girls' state basketball results. But now we're on to the boys. That'll get started later on this week. And for some of our immediate, more local teams there, Elk Mound. So Elk Mound girls go to state. Elk Mound boys going to state as well. Marshfield, they're also going to states. We've got Cochrane Fountain City is going to state. Turtle Lake is going to state. So games will start on Thursday. When you're looking at Division III, we've got Freedom taking on Elk Mound. That's going to be at 1:35. For Division V, Cochrane Fountain City is going to be taking on Turtle Lake Friday morning at 9:05 a.m. Marshfield will be in action coming up on Friday, taking on Waunakee. It's going to be 15 minutes after the 6:35 game, where it's Wisconsin Lutheran taking on Oshkosh North. So those games getting started on Thursday for state high school boys basketball. To the college side for Division III, we got to start it off with UW Stout. UW Stout women's basketball punching their ticket to the Final Four. They'll be in action on Thursday taking on NYU New York University. And if they win that game, there's a potential that we could see an all-WIAC national championship because UW Oshkosh is on the other side. So, but big-time congrats to Stout for advancing to the Final Four, where they will take on NYU on Thursday. Oshkosh, they're going to be taking on, is it Smith College it looks like? Yeah, Smith College. So that one will be, so the first game is going to be Stout and NYU, 4 o'clock on Thursday, and then it will be Oshkosh and Smith after that, and then the championship game will be this Saturday. So big-time congrats to Stout women's basketball for advancing to the Final Four, and I believe that's in Salem. So staying with the college side of things, it was also some national championships for the Blue Golds in wrestling. Shout out to Jared Stricker for Blue Gold Wrestling. He became the first 2-time national champion in Blue Gold Wrestling history. So back-to-back for Jared Stricker. Congrats to him. He finishes with 75 career pins, another school record. Stricker was named the most outstanding wrestler of the NCAA championships following the conclusion of the meet. So Ian Pepple earlier on was sixth place finish at the 197 pounds to wrap up his first career appearance at the NCAA championships. So UW Eau Claire officially finished the national championship with 40.5 team points. That tied for 9th in the standings, marking the second season in a row they've placed in the top 10 at nationals. And then track and field, indoor track and field, when we take a look at for the Blue Golds, Got a national champion, M. Strauss from Rice Lake, but the top spot on the podium for men's shot put, personal best 18.35 meters. So Wes Keller was also an All-American. The women's 4x400 relay team also earning All-American honors. Laura Beatrang earned second-team All-American honors with her 12th place finish in the women's high jump. So that's your indoor track and field results. Outdoor season is going to be coming up here very soon. Spring sports were also in action over the weekend too. Or I should also note too, men's hockey fell in their opening round game against Aurora 3-2 in the national tournament. So they made it close, but ultimately falling in the opening round of the national tournament. Over the weekend too, we had some baseball for the Blue Golds. Blue Golds splitting against St. Mary's University. We also had some lacrosse action too. Women's dropping their road trip opener to McDaniel. We've got some teams that are going to be competing on spring break and competing in different states, including Blue Golds softball is going to be down in Florida. So they're going to be in action. Curious to see. I mean, they're off to a fantastic start. Coach Huntington's got that team off to a fantastic start. We'll see how well they do down in Florida. Maybe grab some more wins and such, and kind of continue the season as we get closer to conference play. I think that conference schedule is going to be really, really fun to watch, and a really tough schedule coming up here too. So more stout stuff, more stout athletics. Baseball, a lot of baseball action for Stout because they're going to be they're in Florida right now too. So doing a little spring break action. They're going to be in action. Softball, they're also in Florida. So got baseball and softball in action this week for UW Stouts as well. So, but I think a lot of eyes when it comes to UW Stouts is going to be on that women's basketball team with their Final Four matchup against NYU on Thursday. All right, that's a quick look at your local sports roundup brought to you by Carpet City Flooring Center in Eau Claire.